wasn't because they told us. That was because of the roadmap. The whole
Alright.
roadmap that I
Which
thought was
which
vital.
wasn't meant to come out. That was a
Well,
huge
guess what?
leak
It
on
was
their
right.
part.
We are
It doesn't
on.
matter if it wasn't intended or not.
Alright, we online?
We are on. I have some food cooking and it'll be done in about 12 minutes, so we got time.
Intended to be released or not. Because guess what? It was right. The Bible thumping roadmap was right the whole time. Delayed. Been delayed, not transformed. And also, they're making certain things 3, but the content itself is still
Also, some bad news on the video front. Apparently Share Factory can't let me put 46 minutes worth of music, and it says I can only really have like 9 minutes worth.
No, I think I think that might be the call to food. Be out there a little. I
Oh.
might have just got the call to food. Be out there a bit.
Okay. Weird. So what were you guys on about when I was away for a little bit?
He was talking about how general consensus seems to be, in fact, IGN even has an article saying The Division is what Destiny should have been at launch. I'm like, ooh, that cuts deep.
So if you go to the top of the pillar and you spend years up on the top of the pillar, it'll only pass for a day up on the normal plane. But if you go below the pillar and below where gravity is, then time is even longer. Where you spend longer there and it multiplies, or is, you know, much worse on the normal plane. And this girl is asking me to find a letter from her boyfriend that fell beneath the pillar.
Yeah, don't do that.
By the time I get you back here,
You're gonna interstellar it where it's like, oh, I was there for 3 hours. It's been 23 years.
here's your letter. Oh, the letter from my boyfriend that I dumped two days after I sent you down there. Okay, like that's what I'm expecting.
Oh no, I'm expecting you come up to her as an old lady, and she's like, who? What?
Yeah, I don't know. They don't really tell me how thick it goes. Like if it's
You shouldn't do this. That's why you shouldn't do this.
I shouldn't do it because I don't know the I shouldn't do it because I don't know the conversion rate.
Only to lose.
I should only
Like you can mess with time if it's a positive transaction where time is long for you but short outside. I mean, it will make you live shorter, shorten your lifespan on paper. Because if you were to go back in time, essentially, or dilate time and go back, time is the same, but you're older now biologically, so your body quicker. So there's that. But other than that, that's not a big deal. It's not too big of a deal if you don't care about your own lifespan. Other things, though, you stand to lose greatly from a negative reaction. I don't
know what the conversion rate in this. For me going down, all I know is
you need to know that conversion rate. Like you need. That could mean the difference between like you were down there for an hour and it's been a week, or you've been down there for an hour and civilization is unrecognizable.
I have just changed into another plane by just shifting gravity, and now I'm not sure what time plane it is anymore.
The This was a bad idea. You can tell the cat she's stupid. You made a
Well,
bad
it's not like she knows, but like she did get a hint of it's going to happen if you go down there.
idiot.
Her gravity powers don't work in this plane that doesn't have any time or space. Because why would gravity work in a plane that doesn't exist? Gravity is only a law that is forced upon places that exist, just to balance it out. But if the place doesn't exist, those laws don't occur.
That's not how gravity works, but whatever.
Well, no, that's just what I assume it is. I'm in this new plane where it's like this don't work, so I have no idea why. But I'm just assuming that's what it's about. Because, you know, I'm not being told anything, I'm just kind of left up to my own devices. What is your hypothesis on why my powers don't work in this plane?
Yeah. Well, I would say gravity doesn't exist there, but that's not true. See, the thing is, time doesn't control gravity. Gravity controls time. Nothing controls, to my knowledge, nothing controls gravity. It is the weakest force in the universe, but somehow it still exists, which means...
Well, I mean, I'm still falling, so gravity does technically exist, but I have lost my ability to shift and control the way gravity works. So I'm still falling.
Powers might... That's weird. I don't have an explanation for that.
You know, and we are in this time and place where it's like technically time's going by so much faster up top than it is down there. And again, we don't know the conversion rate.
Yeah, don't do anything with time unless you know the conversion rate, for God's sake. Please, for the love of God, don't. That's the interesting kind of time travel, though. I have little interest in the time travel.
You have less.
Going back to a location.
You have less interest in the manipulation of time, like by control.
Like when you hop in a time machine and like, I'm gonna go back to 1976.
You don't like time manipulation where you can just
like
control
when
it.
time bends.
You like it when time is like.
Because that's interesting and also entirely plausible because that's how the real world works. You can totally do that in your life.
Well, like you don't like it when. You don't like it when time is being able to be manipulated and controlled, but meanwhile you also like it to where time doesn't always work the way everybody thinks it does. Okay.
Really, it just ends with further emphasis on never go to a black hole because 1 year and like just like a couple minutes in a black hole is like 1 trillion years outside the black hole. Don't. Just don't. It's stupid. Don't do that. I don't even know what to say about that other than don't. Don't do that.
It's time to stop.
It's time to stop. No more.
No more time.
What would even happen? What would happen? I don't have an explanation for that. What comes after the universe?
We're going even further down just because some girl said I lost my letter.
Someone in the future would have like balls of steel and would do it. It'd also have to be purely suicidal. But like, that kind of existential mystery just terrifies me. To the core. I have no explanation for things like that.
Don't you love it when they say things like, we can make our equipment last hundreds of years and it wouldn't matter? No, we're going further down this pillar, which I am assuming is less gravity up top, more gravity below. And it's just, we're doing this for someone's letter.
I feel very lazy because everyone in this game just wears the leather jacket. I do mean everyone. Everyone wears the leather, just the leather jacket because it looks good. Also, sniper rifles are godlike in this game. Real good. So I started watching best friends play Minecraft story mode, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to finish watching it, like watch the whole thing, because both of them have a very, very poor understanding of what Minecraft even is. And I'm like, how do you not know what Minecraft is? How? Like, how do you not know what Minecraft is? That's like not knowing what Legos are. You a retard. Like, how do you just never play it? Never even know anything?
I'm back.
I'm talking about how Wooly could possibly not know anything about Minecraft. How is that even possible?
He probably knows some stuff, he's just
No,
deliberately ignoring
he
it.
doesn't know what he didn't know what skeletons are. No, he's like, okay, so some of them shoot arrows at you. What's a creeper? What do they do? He's like, how do the
I'm pretty
monsters
sure.
do they-
I'm pretty sure its exposure is just. It's a game where you build a bunch of stuff, and some people have made really big stuff.
I know about that cultural osmosis. Like, how? At least Kat says that he doesn't like Minecraft because he doesn't like games that don't give you direction, like Little Big Planet, where it's like, do whatever you want. Just do whatever you want. And he's just like, when I hear that, I think, well, I don't want to do anything. Because he doesn't like to create things, he just likes to play things that other people made. But he doesn't like to build his own things. Like, that's lazy.
If
He
anything,
likes griefing though, but it's not the smart kind of griefing. He's like, yeah, I just want to burn down someone's house. I'm like, no, that's the stupid, I mean, that's acceptable. That's acceptable because you don't have any experience, but a dumb griefer would just blow up someone's house or burn it down. A smart griefer unbuilds the house and then plants trees and terraforms over the remains. So that instead of people saying, oh no, someone destroyed my house, they say, where's my house? And that I just find that infinitely more enjoyable. Instead of, oh my god, my house is destroyed, they're saying, where's my house? And that it's a million times more rewarding, and you won't get caught and banned. Just people just not knowing what happened. They're just dumbfounded. They don't even understand what happened.
see, if there's one thing, like, speaking of, like, Minecraft Story Mode itself, like, I really didn't care about it, but I did just, like, at one point browse to see what actually happened. Because apparently it ended at episode 4 when it was meant to go to 5 for some reason. Like something
Yeah,
messed up somewhere.
Like 4 has like a legit ending. Like, no joke, it has an ending, but it still
I
says
know.
episode 5 is coming. Because I've seen the whole thing, Bro Team played it.
I know, and it's just like, is there actually more? Because it's been a while since you released episode 4, and I mean, that's an ending. But from like, let's say I've seen it, like one well, there's been a variety of complaints about it, but but like the main one seems to come down to the issue of you can't please everyone, and it goes back to the mentality of Minecraft story mode is meant to be like more family friendly. It's Minecraft, but then kind of people felt, oh, you're limiting yourself, and this is kind of bad story writing because it's very streamlined and basic. It's a simple concept, so they tried to up the stakes.
They did a lot with it. Like, they actually bring up the Farlands, and like that's interesting considering the Farlands is an entirely player-made concept.
They did research, but like,
yeah, unfortunately, the Farlands, as they're depicted in the game, actually don't exist anymore. But whatever.
But once again, it comes to the idea that, like, guys, we need to kind of get, maybe not a little bit darker, but make it a little more serious so we can get more of our kind of the telltale story writing stuff in. Because the way it's going, because once again, the whole family friendly thing, it doesn't please everyone, which, I mean, hey, it's family friendly. You don't have to please the mature audience. But I mean,
with not having basic things like fail states, I mean, the game has like, you can count the number of fail states on one hand.
Yeah. And then an Eldritch Abomination happens.
So how does the story just end after 4 episodes? Like, what are they even planning?
That's what I'm questioning, because
that was,
it's like,
Bro Team played it in his video called A Grown Man Plays Minecraft Story Mode, and then a sequel called A Grown Man Finishes Minecraft Story Mode, and he's just like, this is an ending. This is...
It is, like...
What's happening?
You could just say... Like, you could remove from the main menu episode 5 coming soon, and just have episode 4 end it. It has everything there.
Yeah, it's like, what possibly happens?
Like, you get rid of the giant monsters destroying the world. Like, the plot threads kind of get tied up somewhat. There wasn't exactly many plot threads to tie up. Like, your characters get the endings of what else?
You're gonna win the convention.
Are you gonna make
DLC.
No, I was gonna say you're gonna make 400 days equivalent. Here's a bunch of Minecraft characters, and their survival.
Also, Minecraft doesn't have lore.
Yeah.
It's all like entirely player made. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna die. I don't want to restart at spawn. Oh.
You have minor concepts which are just tied to like, here's the creeper. It's some monster that blows up when you're near.
I can't revive myself? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's why I threw down the health pack in a match.
I was gonna say, does the support station not revive yourself?
You can revive yourself using the health kit that sends out a pulse that heals.
Yeah, the support
station, and you can revive yourself with it, but every time the meter would go up halfway and then it would stop, and I died.
But yes. See, the other thing, like, going back to the point you made of like Minecraft has no lore. Well, like, that's when you get the situation like Tales of the Borderlands, which has lore, but it's no one really knows what the full of it, or nor do half the people really care. So you can just go. It's like,
Yeah,
here's the basic premise.
Well, that's
Go.
the thing. Borderlands doesn't care about its own lore, and the lore it's set up is actually quite interesting. But they don't care about their own lore. They just make crap up as they go along, and they didn't have to.
Plot convenient details.
Yeah, no, like, oh, the moon has wildlife on it. Fucking stupid.
There's some Iridian alien thing who's like, hey, we need to collect
whatever
guys.
the client demands it does. There's infinite vaults, infinite Borderlands games.
And then it's just... So then you throw it to Telltale, it's like, go. And they managed to create something pretty good with it. I'd argue it's one of their better works.
Yeah, but it's just... Yeah, but it's just fluff. It doesn't actually advance the main plot. It's just fluff.
By the way, how's that Michonne thing going? I have really not paid attention to it.
Well, you don't pay attention to anything.
No, the Michonne miniseries, I kind of, like, I wasn't paying attention originally, because I'm like, I didn't like Season 2 that much, and this really doesn't feel like it has to be there.
Oh, yeah.
It just came out without me paying attention. I was like, oh, episode 1. Okay.
No, I absolutely don't care either.
Like, is it good or anything?
I don't.
Like, anyone I talk to about it doesn't really say anything, it's just like, yeah.
It's a video game.
Just for right now and see what's going on with it. And then we have Telltale's Batman game later down the line, which can be anything.
Boo. I'm telltaled out. I have been telltaled out.
For me, Tales of the Borderlands was my last in the
They've taken on so many
tank.
projects. They've recycled their formula too much. They've burned everyone out. They've burned literally everyone out. They've gone from being the cool, like, the cool, interesting dudes.
The surprise.
Yeah, they're no longer a surprise. And it's not that their quality has gotten any worse, although it has. It has most certainly gotten worse. But people are just burned out. They don't care anymore. Louis even said he wasn't having fun in the film playthrough. Why are there female Rikers? I don't understand that at all. Like, this isn't even an equality thing. It's like, no, Rikers is a men's prison.
We decided it was better to give the females to the Rikers instead of the rioters, where it makes sense.
There's female rioters, which is fine. No one.
Oh, I haven't. I don't. Never really.
Female Rikers, because I'm like, that's a men's prison. And their leader is a girl. Their leader is a woman. I'm like, how? That doesn't even make sense. You weren't even in the prison. I know you weren't. You weren't even physically there in the prison to unite all the prison gangs. You weren't there. But when you say, like, oh, I'm the leader of the Rikers, I don't believe you. That, or I think the Rikers are exceptionally stupid. I mean, they aren't prison inmates, but, like, stupid in, like, a narrative sense, not in their intelligence sense.
Like,
God, this
looking around,
Fog 9 is awesome.
I can't find many reviews from the shown game, but one of the main criticisms I've seen from user reviews is the fact of the choices don't matter because we know Michonne lives.
That's Telltale.
So
I mean, not
play.
your choices
So
matter.
play however you want, because she's gonna end up with Rick at some point, and you know the story from there. Which, that's why it's always an issue trying to work games with established characters, because they always have a place, like, they're gonna end up somewhere whether we know it or not, which means you either have to, like, either you make it an epilogue style thing, so it's what happened after the events, where you have to work around that, or it's here's intermission, where we know the character's going to end up at this point, so go wherever, and it limits yourself badly.
Yeah, hey man, I did your mission for you. I hope you're happy. You're welcome. I did your whole mission for you.
The, like, one of the questions that, like, 'cause I saw the whole, like, as a gaming podcast I was listening to recently, and they brought up the whole idea of, like, the Telltale games and stuff, but then they asked the question, so what do we do to make it new and fresh again? Do we just stop making that style game for a while? Like, let it kind of just calm down and then go back to it?
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, other than it's time to stop.
Like, we had the indie boom of those kind of games, so let's settle down for a while again. Come back with some new concepts and new ideas. You got plenty to work with. Mm.
Like, what projects are they working on right now? Isn't there...
Telltale?
Season 3. Aren't they working on the new Game of Thrones thing that no one wants?
Telltale, yeah, probably Season 3, the Batman game, we have no idea if Season 2 of The Wolf Among Us...
Joker in it. What a strange and interesting concept. Bring the Joker in it.
I feel like there's another Telltale project announced I'm just thinking of thinking about.
Done with Batman stuff, because it's just, it's a one-trick pony. You can they only do one thing, and it's a Joker story. It's the only thing anyone will do anymore. The only thing that didn't do that was Dark Knight Rises.
Alright, we're back.
Hey,
So
I was ranting about how I don't care about Batman-related things anymore, because the only thing people actually do is the one-trick pony Joker story. All they do is Joker stories, and it just makes Batman a one-trick pony. The only thing that didn't do that was Dark Knight Rises.
The
that was not a Joker story, and thank you, Christopher Nolan.
does Batman Begins count as a Joker story for some reason?
Yeah, no, that doesn't count as a Joker story. So once again, thank you, Christopher Nolan. And Dark Knight, I'll give a free pass because hey, guess what? That made that was actually really good.
And then you also forgot, if you even want to count them as quality, those like cartoonish, like comic book Batman ones that are like Batman and Robin, shit. What was the one with Batman Forever?
Do you mean the future one, Batman Beyond?
No, Batman Forever. It had Two-Face and Riddler.
He was just old.
Batman Beyond had a movie for Joker, but the show wasn't about Jokers.
No.
Thank you. Well, that's the thing. Stuff like shows will actually do it, but in modern years, in very recent years, Batman has been time and again a one-trick pony, and then they'll only tell one story, and that is the Joker story. It comes in many forms, but it involves Joker trying to force Batman to kill someone, and then Batman finding some increasingly asinine way around it.
I think my favorite, like...
That was, like, even minorly self-aware was Under the Red Hood, where Red Hood calls out this stupid crap, and Red Hood is basically speaking on behalf of the audience.
There was the, I really like the thing for, like, the Joker story for the Batman Beyond, where it's like Joker basically wants to do, like, Ocelot brainwashing so that he lives on via Venom style.
Oh, yeah. I can't... Wasn't it... Wait, was it Jason Todd? Like, he infected... It was one of the Robins, if I remember correctly.
I think it was actually Dick Grayson.
Yeah, it might have been Dick.
I think it was actually Dick Grayson.
I haven't watched it in a while, but it probably is Dick. But yeah, that was...
On, I guess, Batman News, I'm planning on going to an event, which is the original Tim Burton Batman movie, which has Joker in it, playing by Jack Nicholson, and it has the orchestra playing for it instead of just digital soundtracking it.
Ooh. I've heard about those events. Like, there's another all in London. Well, not all in London, but...
What movie would you want to watch that has the movie playing in the back, and then it has the orchestra for it, and it's the whole movie?
Interstellar. They've already done that, I believe.
It probably was just a, it probably was just like a few scenes or whatnot that had the music of it, not like the whole movie. I don't know either. Tim Drake.
Oh.
Tim Drake's like a weird Robin.
Tim Drake. That's the Arkhamverse Robin. Not that I care.
But like you usually get like you got Jason Todd, which Red Hood, and then you got Damian Wayne, which is weird because he's like
And then you got Jason Todd as Arkham Knights.
Different person. Different person.
Oh, I got a purple jacket. No, I don't know why I need it.
Yeah, there's Jason Todd, Dick Grayson, which goes on to become Nightwing. Is Dick that goes to become Nightwing, right?
Who?
Or is that... is Dick Grayson the one who goes on to become Nightwing, or am I getting confused again?
Yes, no, you're right on that one.
And then Jason Todd, who becomes Arkham Knight.
Jason Todd, who gets... You know what? I do like that about the Jason Todd getting murdered story, is it was completely fan voted. That plot line could have literally been avoided if people voted no.
Tim Drake never actually. There's not a singular canon story where like Tim Drake stops being Batman's thing. I think he just quits.
Not that I don't. Jason Todd is like so nothing that I don't remember any stories that include him, other than you saying, "Oh, he was in the Arkham Knight game, in the Arkham series games." I'm like, okay.
Well,
No, that's
the thing with him is the thing with Jason Todd is his story really doesn't start until he becomes Red Hood.
There's two. No, he was talking about Tim Drake, but he said Jason Todd by accident.
Yeah. Thank you for catching that.
There's two things. There's two. Actually, there's only one thing that makes Tim Drake exist in a Batman universe, and that is, do you want your universe to have Robin but be pre-Jason Todd or post-Jason Todd? If it's pre-Jason Todd, you use Dick Grayson. If it's post-Jason Todd, you use
Damian?
Tim Drake.
Oh.
No, Tim Drake. Unfortunately, this wasn't the case originally, but it has become the case where the two are identical. Dick Grayson and Tim Drake are identical people. They're like, Tim Drake is basically just Venom Robin. Of like
doesn't
not the same as the
what's
original Robin, but actually functionally and cosmetically identical.
well, like that's kind of every Robin. That's like every Robin, but like, what is the thing that makes Tim Drake different from everybody else? Like Dick Grayson is at the
not the fourth and the fifth Robin. Fourth
No, but
Robin
like
was some little, I forget her name.
Dick Grayson was like at least like cocky and he's arrogant and whatnot, right? And then we go over to Damian where that's a bit too serious, right? Same thing with a little bit of Jason Todd, but you know, a little bit different. What's Tim's Drake call to fame of being Robin?
Fifth Robin.
What's Tim Drake's call to fame for being Robin? Is he
needed
just
a Robin that was identical to Dick Grayson and he took
Wait, who became? No, I'm getting confused because I was going to say Red Robin, but then I'm like, no, that's not it.
Anyway,
you remember that plot line where Oracle
They
shot
actually-
herself?
they did something really interesting. The Fourth Robin people like because okay, originally the Fourth Robin as kind of a parallelism, try to have history repeat itself. The Fourth Robin gets kidnapped. She gets kidnapped and murdered, just punched to death by Black Mask, and that's why I'm like, yo, Black Mask is the coolest.
Yeah, you better
and-
stop what you're doing, or what?
And Jesus. So then, because of fan backlash, they kill off Black Mask immediately because they backed down from this decision, and then they, using Lazarus to scrap, they brought Fourth Robin, they brought Robin back to life, and the fans were happy. And I'm just like, you had a Sully dies moment, and you back down. Whereas if you didn't back down, it would have been really good. You shouldn't have backed down.
Well, like the Sully's moment when we talk about that one is the story kind of wrote for him to die. Did that Robin was written to die?
I don't remember what it was.
Because I'm like that guy that's like, death doesn't mean it's good, but if it's written to be such, it works. Was there any more Robins at that point? Are there any new Robins currently?
Who was the one in The Dark Knight?
It's been Damian Wayne, and that's it.
Not The Dark. Who was
The
one in
Dark Knight Rises.
Returns, that girl?
Generation of the canon Batman.
Oh, Mac or Max or whatever her name was.
I think it was Max.
That doesn't really qualify as a Robin.
Yeah, no, she was more like, wasn't she like replacement Batman?
No,
It's weird what they did.
And Nightwing is the new Batman. Nightwing from Batman and Damian Wayne is still Robin. And Bruce Wayne is just like the new Alfred.
Hmm.
Yeah, right now Nightwing's the new Batman.
By the way, yeah, I was right. Tim Drake becomes Red Robin.
Uh-oh, time for... It's time for Raven's boss fight in the falling pit.
Oh god.
I love this fight.
Yo, we got 3 minutes.
I don't know why I struggled with it so much. Like, I just couldn't move out of the way of half of her shots.
You know, the longer we spend fighting down here, the longer up top trends are going away. Because remember, the lower you are in the pillar, the more time passes across on the normal plane.
Yeah.
I wonder if I should wear this purple jacket.
Turn back now, this is your last chance. I don't know why you keep trying to stop me, but I'm going to try to explain myself to you. There's no way I'm turning back. Well, why are you going down here in the first place? Oh, because some girl asked me to find her letter that she dropped off of the ledge and falling into this pit.
Amazing.
Hashtag priorities.
We got under 3 minutes to repair this satellite uplink, and we cannot find a part attached to it.
How is the reception for Tim Drake?
It's probably fine.
That's a good quote. There's one of these like references and like receptions thing is Maximilian dude says that Tim Drake is just Ryu, where he's not really like set to have any kind of potential. He's just kind of a good all-arounder. No potential. He's just okay.
We're okay, man.
Tim Drake's not good, or he doesn't have any potential to be good. He's just okay.
Truly the hero we need.
Yo, get past Raven.
You know you want to revive me, man. How about you revive me? Great job reviving me, man. Oh, wait, what's the energy? Anyways,
So what made you realize or come to the conclusion that you don't care for Batman anymore? Was it just a long thinking process, or something come up?
there's only one, in modern years, there's only been one Batman story, and that is, it's always been the Joker story, again and again and again.
Well, I was asking what made you come to this conclusion.
It's just something that I've been thinking about for a while. Like, all 4 of the Arkham games have been Joker games.
Unfortunately.
And then this Telltale game is coming out. I guarantee it's going to be a Joker story, because that's the only thing it is.
Oh yeah, that's right. Telltale's doing a Batman game. I completely forgot.
Yeah, and it's just, yeah, Telltale's Batman game. That's what put me over the edge, where I'm like, it's going to be a Joker story, and then Suicide Squad comes out, and what's the only thing people care about? What's the only thing people care about? Care about Joker, obviously.
Well, the thing with Suicide Squad is more, is Jared Leto going to be a good one?
Yeah, well, cause like
I'm subscribing to that really good conspiracy theory that he's not Joker.
yeah, if he was just serviceable, nobody would care. right? But because he's kind of off looking, everyone's like, I'm not really sure I want to like this.
I really, really like the conspiracy theory that's been floating around the internet for a couple months. This would be an amazing theory. I mean, an amazing plot.
Was it the Red Hood one?
It was the, it's like, it's the one where it's like, it's not really Joker. And it's like,
It's not Joker,
what was
it's
it?
Jason Todd.
Yeah, and it was like,
They
the
brainwash
that was
the
it.
Batman Beyond thing of the Venom brainwashing actually worked.
It actually is perfect because number one, the guy has a Robin tattoo on him. That's weird. That sets off the red flag. Number two, people's very first complaints, about him are the dude. He doesn't look like Joker. He looks like someone who's a fan of Joker. He looks like a fanboy, and like he's self-obsessed. He doesn't look as punished on his forehead. Didn't they remove that?
It was damaged, and then they're like, yeah, we kind of got rid of that.
They removed it, thank God. That's stupid. He looks like a Joker fanboy. He doesn't look like the actual Joker, and if the conspiracy theory is to
There we go.
believe,
Boss fight ended.
if the tinfoil hat theory is to be believed, he looks like a Joker fanboy because he's not. He doesn't look like the Joker because he isn't the Joker. It's like, this guy doesn't look like Big Boss. He looks too different. To be fair, that was always a stupid argument. I'll never give any.
The darkness, it's coming.
I'll never give any credit to anyone who's like, oh, Venom Snake isn't Big Boss because Big Boss had two eye patch straps, and this guy has a third eye patch strap. And this guy uses a pony. This guy has a ponytail. Where the real Big Boss would never. I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And the only thing
Solid
that
Snake
actually
only
gives
uses an
credit
M4. Why would Old Snake be using an AK?
The only thing that I'll give any credit to is I didn't think much about it when I really should have. Venom Snake uses an e-cigar, and they have an audio log about it in Peace Walker where the boss sees Huey using an e-cigar and working on Zeke. And he's like, oh yeah, it's called an e-cigar. It doesn't pollute the room with nicotine, so it won't damage any of the machinery. And he's like, you should try it, Snake. And he's like, yeah, no thanks. I'll take my. I wouldn't be caught dead with one of those.
My tried and true.
Yeah, it's like I like mine real, even if I can't smoke in certain rooms. I like them real. So in retrospect, that's a red flag. That's a huge red flag that he said he would never use e-cigars, and here he is in Phantom Pain.
So I've gotten to the very bottom of this pillar pit, which his hypothesis is because we're down here and gravity is even thicker. I'm just assuming the time period down here is, you know, I spend 10 minutes here and it's 20 years up top.
It's been 9 years.
And when I come down here, it is packed with a bunch of Neverland kids. People that were discarded over the edge.
Dumpster babies off the edge of a giant tree.
What are you staring at? Ah, get me out of here and give me back my cat.
Dude, you
On
know
my
what
cap.
you need to do? You need to say, screw those kids, I'm getting out of here as fast as possible. And then
What you want me to?
see
You want me to
get out
stick a
there
balloon on
as
them
fast
and then
as
Fulton them out?
Of this giant tree that goes on for God knows how long.
Mm-hmm.
And if he 130, we'll pick him up.
No,
It's fine.
you should say peace and then skedaddle out.
Who
of
are
there
you? Who are you?
before
And
you
why am I locked in here?
accidentally spend a decade in there. Oops, I accidentally spent an entire decade.
And you're just a kid. You should treat your elders with more respect.
Fuck
I'm
you,
not-
lady.
I'm not answering any questions while I'm in this cage, boy. You'll stay in that cage until you decide to cooperate.
They have you in a cage?
They do.
That feels like
That-
something the writers wanted, where they're like, oh my god, Titus. Gotta put her in a cage, because that's what gets worse.
That's not really a fair assessment. Because, you know, we kind of fell down here when we got knocked out.
And they're a bunch of kids with like sticks.
They're a bunch
and
of kids.
trash.
They're kids that literally survive off of what people dump at the top of the pillar.
You know what you guys need? You need a white mamba.
Well, they do have a white kid, but he's a bird. You know, he has like he has a bird mask. He's not really into snakes.
A white mamba. Yo, if you don't want to
Yeah,
be
they have-
compared to Big Boss, why do you have Snake in your name? Idiot.
Kids just don't understand. Hello. So your name is Cyanna. It's just Cyan and then EA. Cyania? I don't know how you say that.
Hi, I have an outfit completely different to the rest of the kids. That means I'm important to the plot.
But I'm gonna act like I'm not.
You wanna be
Now
coy.
that- Now that all those scary boys are gone, we can chat. Yo, I'm just gonna be that
Let's talk
guy
about
that's like,
girl things and feelings.
it's like, I don't think she's threatened by the boys.
Things like the patriarchy.
I love that. Let's talk, since those scary boys are gone, let's have a chat. And she's like, why? Because it's fun to chat. I'll start. Have you seen my little black kitty cat running around here somewhere? And she's, what? Well, it's not really a cat per se, it just kind of looks like one. How? Well, it comes
What do
together
you
and
mean
oh,
by that?
well, it just kind of comes together and oh, forget it. Where'd the others go? I don't know. Off doing whatever they're doing, I suppose. I'm new here and it's time for my nap. And she just walks off. What a day. How are you supposed to sleep and guard me at the same time?
Oh, well, wake me up if you're getting shivved in the neck with a syringe. When you think you're getting shivved, holler. Holler out.
Was that cage not locked? Well, I broke out and the girl is taking a nap.
I'm meeting Stealth Boss. You'll never see me coming.
She escapes the
Boss never ceases
cage.
to remain.
She escapes the cage and she's trying to wake up Cyanna and being like, that pretty girl is escaping. Nothing. Well, I guess I'll get going now. Sorry if you get in trouble with your scary leader. Sorry if you
I
get in
like
trouble.
when the hero's plan relies entirely off of the villain's just act of God, just stupidity. A good example would be George Washington decided to cross the Delaware, as indicated by that famous portrait, to siege a bunch of the German Jaeger troopers that had been positioned across the river. There was no reason why they actually should have won. They were outgunned, they were outmanned, but they were gonna barge in and try to ambush the Jaegers with their pants down. And the Jaegers literally found out they were coming across the river, like, I'm gonna say like an hour or two in advance. They found out, and so the messenger told the commander, "Hey, we're under attack. They're coming to shoot us up." And the commander chose to ignore it because he was drunk and too busy playing cards. And because of that, the German Jaeger troopers had to surrender, which led to the inevitable loss of the war for the British. Because this friggin' German commander, he got the information, but he didn't care. He just...
I don't think...
Oh no, it's the boys.
Game.
It's the leader of the Neverland Boys.
He had money on that game.
And Sienna is running away from monsters after waking up from her nap for some reason.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
If anything, it's the messenger's fault for not trying to warn anybody else other than just the captain.
That's right. That's your problem.
You stupid cat, where have you been? Silence from the cat. Fine, be that way.
Just a cat.
Playing hard to get her.
The kids want to see a dead body.
Hey kids, what's on your mind? Wanna know what's on mine? Murders!
I think that's like the funniest thing where it's like, oh, since I'm escaping, I hope you don't get in trouble with your boss for letting me out.
Why the why? Did I mention I'm clinically insane? I kill people for fun. I mention I'm completely insane.
I used to kill people for fun. Does that mean you don't kill people anymore? Hell no, I still kill people, it's just not for fun anymore.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have fun beating you to death later. Everyone dresses in white in this game. I feel unsafe.
I haven't found any white things.
Holy crap!
Well, I mean, if you go to a country that doesn't have white people, of course you're not going to see white.
Yeah, good point.
The House of Blitz.
Not that bad. You get used to it after a while.
I'm surprised you didn't reply with House of Hot Furies.
You keep wanting me to respond with that to each one of your jokes. Is it that big?
Oh, by the way, if you want to talk about racist news, did you guys hear about, like, Long John Silver's?
Oh, what happened?
So, I think it was Long John. I know it was a fishing restaurant. So a fishing restaurant has like Louisiana pictures all over its walls, and that's just kind of the decor it has on the inside of the restaurant, right? Well, they weren't really paying attention because apparently somebody noticed that there was a lynching picture portrait on the side of the walls for majority of the restaurants.
Wow. How do you not notice that?
The company's like, we are so sorry, we didn't even notice.
We are so sorry. However, can we make it up to you?
Thank you, and thank you, little kitty, you saved us. No one was hurt, is everyone okay?
Is everyone okay? And then just one of them
Do I
replies,
have...
like,
What? That doesn't...
parents are dead.
Out of context, that sounds bad. Do I have to go back in the cage? No, but I recommend you come back to my house. It'll be safer there.
Oof. Man, skipping all the bases.
We owe you our gratitude.
We owe you our eternal gratitude.
And then she's like, oh, how about you take off that mask? Thank you for saving my village. I'm sorry about the cage. Was that an apology? I guess you're not so bad after all.
Good thing you're able to break out of this incredibly weak cage to save us all.
That
If
wasn't
not,
even
we'd have
locked.
been screwed.
It wasn't even locked.
Wait, if it wasn't locked, what?
The cage door.
Hey, no one's dropped a lockdown here in a while.
The cage door was sealed by being attached to a hook. I shook the cage enough to get off the hook, and then the cage doors just kind of flew open.
That is deliriously sad.
They're kids. How can you get a good cage? So, how are these kids down here, you may ask? Well, it turns out they've been abandoned down here ever since the bus that they were in fell off a cliff.
Ever since the war.
They've managed to survive when the bus fell down off of a cliff.
Into a volcano.
We're the forgotten ones, the lost tribe. It's up to us to work together and survive.
I forgot to mention, I convinced people in my English class are stupid. I convinced them that scientists have predicted that within the next 30 to 40 years, based on current climate patterns, there's going to be a giant sandstorm that's going to just wipe out the entire all these countries, and it's just going to be this apocalyptic sandstorm, and scientists refer to it only as the Darude sandstorm.
I knew it. I frickin' knew it.
Are they actually? Are they really? You know, it's gonna be that thing where an actual sandstorm happens and then people just play the music.
As they're running away.
Was it the Darier?
Da 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 da.
Da 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 da.
Da 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 da.
Why would I ever wear a pom-pom beanie in this game?
There's already people that are like trying to make South Park costumes.
Oh my god, yeah. No, you could do it. I got a trapper hat so I can be Kenny. Or not Kenny, Sting.
Then there's the
Oh no, Kyle.
Kyle.
Kyle's
It's not green though, is it?
No, it's not. No. It's just white. I've been wearing it though.
So these kids have been down here for who knows how long. Possibility is they, on the normal side of town, they've been down here for over hundreds of years. But they could have.
You guys look good for your age.
You guys had school buses hundreds of years ago?
Maybe. Clearly not good school buses because it drove off a cliff.
I got a trendy What is this? Oh, this isn't really
Guess what's going to be stuck in our heads till today?
No, just yours. I'm fine.
Okay. Oh no.
Not me.
We never lost control.
Everyone really likes wearing the leather jacket. Like the brown leather
If
jacket,
everybody
not
is
black.
Top Gun, then nothing looks cool.
I just wear the. My character looks normal. Hey, this guy's wearing the pom-pom. Oh, pom. Yo, I want the friggin' propeller hat. When's my propeller hat? Well, is it recommended like you wear the propeller hat and then like a red and white striped shirt or white and blue striped shirt?
Some striped shirt and just like have nothing else.
And then you gotta be like obese. When you say nothing else, I'm like, no pants, no underwear.
Yeah, no, nothing else.
Fine.
Like the way God intended.
So, in dumb news, hey Haven, a 6-month-old baby beats story mode in Street Fighter 5. AI is nothing.
I'm not
People are
surprised.
already at that they've already proven that once and for all that Pokemon is not hard, considering like giving it to Twitch is like giving it to a disabled orphan. I don't know why I added an orphan, but that doesn't change anything.
It's just supposed to sound mean without any context to it.
This guy's name is the boss's name is Bullet Thing, but I thought for something further.
Shit.
Long live the thing. Of the
I thought it was absolutely funny when Burger King tried selling video games.
What's a stealth game?
I wonder who even developed those. I assume some nothing company, but then again, I could also see where it's something like, yo, Double Fine needed the money.
Kojima was like, okay, you guys know how to make a stealth game now, right?
I will appreciate American culture. Very good.
What's your opinion of Double Fine, since we were on topic for like companies that got lucky or companies that actually have raw talent? Because that's one that I think about where I'm like, I'm a little concerned or confused if they actually are good, like a Telltale thing, and they just sometimes have hiccups, Or were they just lucky, like Gearbox was?
The same, you know, think that basically everyone knows that this whole like Gearbox is lucky. I feel really bad that they're saying that they put more money than they put into Borderlands 1 and 2 combined into Battleborn, and there's people who are still like, what's Battleborn? Or worse, you have people who are like DBT who played the beta and didn't tell anyone because she thought it was so insignificant. And she's
well,
like,
and then she...
that was good.
She's just like, I would have told you if it was fun.
Yeah. She's like, hey, it's pretty good. No.
It probably would have been okay if it didn't look like a Borderlands game.
Oh, haha, I'm around Times Square right now, and there's a poster. There's a poster of an astronaut, like not in space, but on like an alien planet or something, and it's just called the Jovian. Haha, it's a Martian joke. Oh, I'm not near Times Square. This is Times Square. Oh, hey. No, it's looked better. I don't know why of all the areas that the Rikers took over Times Square and the Lexington Event Center. Like, cleaners mainly control like the southern area. And then looters are just kind of scattered throughout the whole game world. Although everyone hates looters, including all the enemy factions. In fact, I think all the factions hate each other. Except for the looters and the Rikers. Sometimes you'll find them cooperating. Oh, this ambient lighting's so good. There's this one light that's purple and it's just shining a purple light on everything. Oh. This game has some like S++ lighting. I didn't know this, but apparently the game is running 1080p. I thought that no one except Metal Gear could handle 1080p in Bloodborne. But yeah, no. This game's 1080p, 30 frames a second. I didn't know that. But that must be why it looks so good.
Psycho Crusher.
If anything, this just proves that, like, hey, it's not hard. It's not hard to get 1080p running on PS4.
I think it is, but it's like the hard part, or not 1080p is getting hard, but rather the frame rate with 1080p is apparently the hard part.
Oh, yeah, sure. And I guess it's a shame that people are like, frame rate's more important than what's it called? People are saying that
resolution
frame rate's more important than resolution, and I'm kind of just like, well, I don't really have an opinion on that. I would agree, but I don't care about 30 frames a second, whereas there's people like Total Biscuit who are like, I really want to play Bloodborne, but it's 30 frames a second, so I'm not going to.
Well, like, I'm fine with something being like 60 frames per second or 30 frames per second, but if it's like a game that requires that kind of speed, I would like it to be fast. I'm also not going to condone like Total Biscuit where it's like 60 frames per second is bad. I can get away with 120 on my computer. And it, like, it's just nothing at that point.
He doesn't actually say 60 frames a second is a good thing. He's like, no, this is what every game should be at least. It should aim from 90 to 120. Apparently Division on PC, which is rare for Ubisoft games.
Well, Westy?
No, I
Well,
didn't mean to do that.
Haven.
Where's my pictures?
I don't know if there's a way in this game to replay side missions. There doesn't seem to be, and I hope they update that in, because you're gonna run into, if you can't replay side missions, then you're gonna run into, Red Faction Syndrome, where, you're running out of enemies to kill because you killed them.
Our moms and dads send us food from up top. That's how we get our food. And then Cat's like, but that's the trash from the city.
It's fine.
It'd be interesting if, like, they send down food once every couple of years, but down there, like, oh, it only shows up once every couple of minutes. By the way, are you still down there in that hole? Because get out. Like,
They can't
get out.
they can't come down to see us just yet, but they will at some point. It just takes adults a long time to do anything. We have to wait.
Yo, you should, you know what you should do? You should get out of there. You should.
I mean, they're kids, so how are they going to get out? But
I don't screw those kids. Their families are all dead. If they've been there for like over a year, like I think
who knows
their
how
families are
long?
all dead.
Who knows how long?
Yeah, like that's if they've been down there for over a year. If it's been 5 years, that means that 1 second is 5 seconds, and that's a plentiful. That's on the nice side of things. Odds are you being down there for an hour, it's probably already been a week. So far, my favorite mission in the Division has been the New York Times mission, simply because the soundtrack is so good. So good. I'm really satisfied with the soundtrack of this game.
Alright, and publish.
No!
So now the video is up. It is a 46-minute combo video with no music because Share Factory's crap. Oh, there's the lady.
Did it?
Hey, did you know you're leaving a safe area?
I didn't. Thanks for reminding me.
Why is the leader? Shut up about this. Why is the leader of the Rikers woman? Males prison. That's not equality. That's an objective thing.
What do you have to say, Sienna?
It could be prison it could be like the wives or loved ones of the prisoners, and they go, you got a really hardcore wife. If you break out of prison, and she's like, hey, let me join your gang. I'll kill a cop and everything. Because they let random people join their gang. They're like, the entry fee is one cop badge.
If anything, what happens when the parents have already just kind of neglected or forgot about them in the first place? And then we're just adding more kids over to the cycle in the city.
No, Sharp, it's a good thing.
Save kids, but what if it kills the economy? I don't care.
We don't need the economy, we have the moral high ground.
I think America knows that the moral high ground doesn't really work when your economy's going down.
Hey, you should revive me, man. Hey, man, you should revive me. Oh, you actually revived me.
I now have all the challenges ranked out to gold. Woo.
Did it.
What are some news today? Like, other than Long John Silver's or whatever having lynch pictures.
Accidental publication.
Fallout 4 music video lets Super Mutant Strong play you the song of his people.
Okay.
I fell through the world. No. I fell through the world.
Sleep well. Not bad, apart from the constant sounds of crying. I've been lying to the others. I told them their parents were on their way, but I know no one's coming for us. I don't want them to know the truth, thinking that help is on the way is the only thing holding them together. I can't protect them. The only thing I can protect them from is the truth. There's a black hole underneath our city, and sooner or later it will go up. and suck us in. I've been watching the black ocean black hole since we got here. It rises a little higher every single day. If the monsters don't get us, the darkness will.
When I died, when I fell out of the world and died, it respawned me at a safe house like a mile away from the actual mission, so I gotta waste my time fast traveling to that location while they're having all the fun without me.
Raven, the Virgil character, we dropped her. Dropped her into the black hole pit.
Oh my god! There's just a spot in the snow where you fall out of the world.
That's some good QA.
Well, normally this game's been good. That's what's infuriating. That's what's been really annoying me, is this game is, other than this game's been solid, but it just makes falling out of the world that more annoying.
The Lost Tribe.
Lost Tribe, that's a metaphor for the Jews. Exactly. She's a parakeet. And it respawns me in the safe house again. Joe Pearl is the same. Let's call in the top radio. He later went on to become leader of the Flamethrower.
The Flamethrower guy from LA Noire, right?
It keeps happening. No matter what I do, I just keep falling out of the world. And I can't pull up the menu. Come on. Now I can. I don't know why. I don't know why I can. Okay, now the game decided I can pull up the menu. That's. And I can't. I can see them falling through the world right now. Or maybe they're not. No, I don't think they are. Okay, well, whatever. You're kidding me. This mission becomes Alright, time to go the long way around. Alright, I'm gonna... There we go. I think I have... Little camera managed to avoid
draw the beast over here. Turns out when Raven fell into the pit below, she must have went up top, where she spent her years growing up. But because time was different down there compared to up there, she grew up, but everyone on the kids didn't grow up. Because, you know, time goes faster in one place while slower in another. No one cares about these kids. Even if you found a way to get back to the city, everyone you knew would be long gone. I'll find my own way to save them.
All my teammates.
Hey West, are you there?
Yeah.
So, I've now just unlocked the next kick move on her ground combo, and it looks great. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yes? No?
Yes.
You did.
I did see it.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay. What do you do after it?
The last kick is like a weird thrust kick kind of thing. They shoot forward.
Too bad it's not a kick though.
It's eh.
Hmm.
See, I always saw it and saw it as like a weird kind of shadow kick, like Johnny Cage style.
Nah,
wanna
it's
revive it?
it's a palm strike, and then the next hit that got upgraded because of the DLC is using two hands for the same palm strike right after the first palm strike.
Most of the time, I was just using the parry, the roll kick. Then I wasn't just using the gravity kick, because gravity kick, highest level, will just decimate most things.
Mm-hmm.
Get that golden kick.
The village was down here when we fell down here. Somebody must have lived here a long time ago.
Yo, there's civilians just wandering around during this giant firefight with all the vipers. Oh, I love roll.
Did they say for Gravity Rush 2 that there were going to be multiple characters you can play as?
There's going to be multiple characters, but I don't think they said you can play as them.
Hmm.
I think they're just going to be AI.
Now, after this game's been kind of okay on telling you how gravity works in science, and then in this fantasy world, let's try to get Bloodborne in it and add dreams to the mix.
Yeah.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, let's add Bloodborne dreams.
Yo, dreams are affected by gravity.
I think it was like a thing of the only reason why these things are happening is because somebody's dreaming it up. You know, something like that. All of reality is basically just a dream made up by some little girl. I think that was what it was.
A creator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I really like that. The Last Man Battalion was a private security firm brought in by Wall Street because they wanted to protect their assets during the outbreak. That's cool.
Cyanea, the girl you know as Cyanea, slumbers.
They hired in private guards, and then the private guards turned on them.
There are things you can see with your eyes and things you must see with your mind. Cat, if you just open your mind, you'll find a way to save the children. You must awake.
Here.
Look
Here, Cat,
deep into
take
my
the plum.
eyes. Wow, she has like Ghost Rider Retribution stares here. Look into my eyes.
You need to see things with your mind. Here, take my blunt.
Memories of another world. Where am I? The creator, Cyana, assembled this world from the fragments of your subconscious. Face your forgotten
You're in the
memories
Humble.
to awaken the lost power that rests within you.
Hamon breathing.
All will be revealed in time. For now, you must cross the river of forgetfulness alone, without the help of your shifting guide.
Sorry, what?
I will await your awakening on the other side. Don't be afraid of the truth. And then she's just like, should I be afraid? This place contains your reality, your past, present, and future. Even your memories of your future are here. It is the path to awakening your true powers. Here lie your hopes and your despair. Oh, I'm stupid. I was stupid in trying to just make the jump when I should have just changed my gravity.
What? No! What killed me? Pick me up. Do it. Thank you. I'm getting mad now.
Rusty, what'd you think of the design of Kat when she's wearing like the dream clothes? I thought it looked nice, but I was also that thing of if she was using her gravity powers with it on, it probably wouldn't look that good.
Also, I think
this annoying bug that's caused by lag, where I kid you not, you can't pull the trigger.
That's probably not a bug on lag, that's a bug on frame rate, where it just kind of skips a frame of when you push the trigger.
It keeps happening, though. Like, it happens very consistently, where after a reload, you can't pull the trigger and you reload.
You fell. The truth concerned those around you. Your innocence was your undoing, for it stirred them into action.
Come on! This lag's getting... Pull the trigger! Dude! Here we go. Alright, it's time for the cool music. The music that plays during the Times Square mission is... I can't handle it, it's so good.
Can't handle.
The lag's too bad and it got me killed. Because there was a shotgun dude charging me and I couldn't shoot him. I couldn't even pull the trigger. Gun the trigger.
There we go. Puzzle solved. In the end, you gave up. You shared the blame for what befell your world. The truth is painful, so you let your memories adrift from the river of forgetfulness.
I can't handle this, it's too laggy. Oh, the trigger! I gotta leave. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. No.
You will die, the end is inescapable. Your enemies, your allies, your city, your gods will all die.
Also, your mic's chopping up.
Okay.
I'm not hearing any chopping.
It's probably just X's side of, you know, his like ping and latency. It's probably off.
Yeah. Your mic. It's your mic.
I don't think it's my mic.
Your mic's choppy.
I think it's actually your latency. I don't think it's actually my mic.
It's not me. I can't. My internet's fine right now.
Okay, if you say so. You will die. Fulfillment, regret, tranquility, suffering, everything will become nothing. You should fight against this nothing. It will still come to pass. Death is just the thing that's gonna happen. There's no two ways about it. You will die. Everyone fights against the end from the moment of birth. They set their feet down on the ground to move forward and paw at the infinite with their little fingers. There is no need to run from the truth. Open your eyes. The time has come. If you seek understanding, turn around and return from whence you came.